with him.
Hold on to your seat, because what's coming next is straight-up wild, mind-blowing police chases, crazy stunts, and jaw-dropping moments that'll have you saying, "No way, that's real." This is full-throttle action, packed with edge-of-your-seat drama. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. The Georgia State Patrol isn't playing games when it comes to speed limits. With their fleet of muscle cars like the Dodge Chargers and newly added Chevrolet Camaros in 2022, they're built to catch anyone thinking they can outrun the law. And that's exactly what one 2015 BMW driver, Deontay, tried on March 27, 2022. Clocked at 108 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone, Deontay wasn't slowing down for anything. After a brief moment, when it seemed like he might pull over, he floored it, swerving off the highway and heading straight for downtown Atlanta. The chase was intense. Deontay was flying through red lights and cutting across traffic, showing zero concern for anyone's safety. The troopers had to bring this to an end quickly. One wrong move could have been disastrous. After dodging cops for a while, Deontay finally lost control of the car and crashed into multiple vehicles. After the dust settled and the sirens faded, the cops were almost caught off guard when Deontay and the officers joked about their cars. Even Deontay admitted, "Yeah, the GSP Hellcats are on another level." He was hit with a long list of charges: fleeing, reckless driving, and speeding. With multiple cars damaged, we're still wondering who's covering the repair costs. Let's just hope everyone had good insurance, because outrunning the law has a price no one wants to pay.
Clear
left, clear right. I can see clear left. I can see clear right.
Doors outbound spray coming. There's southbound.
What started as an ordinary day for Officer Corbin Freeman quickly turned into a high-speed chase on Interstate 30. As he was cruising, a BMW roared up behind him, weaving in and out of traffic at insane speeds. The second the driver saw Freeman's patrol car, he backed off a bit, but Freeman wasn't fooled. As soon as the driver punched it, Freeman flashed his lights to pull him over, but the driver wasn't stopping. What followed was a tense pursuit. Freeman tried setting up a pit maneuver, but with oncoming traffic, he had to pull back. With a dangerous game of cat and mouse playing out, Freeman stayed on his tail, watching the BMW Dodge cars and fly through red lights. Finally, near a parking lot, the driver bailed out, running on foot. Freeman jumped over a fence to pursue him, but slipped and injured his hand. It looked like the chase might be over until they found the driver's 16-year-old brother still sitting in the car. A quick search of the vehicle uncovered not just a reckless teen, but 21.6 grams of prescription pills and a digital scale. What started as a reckless drive ended up being a massive drug bust.
Knocked by 2 times, 2 buttons. Clear.
Keep on your grand, I'll follow, keep on.
Get out there! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Well, 90 miles per hour. Alright, northbound Evergreen, going through 96. Northbound Evergreen, 96. Alright, looks like he's gonna try to jump on the ditch on 96. Here's the picture time. Here's what you see where he went. I missed it. I'm gonna go with. Service trail's in the 10-2.
Crawl out the window! The window! Put your hands on your head and walk backwards towards us. Walk backwards in that car. We're sitting in this car right here, boss. Keep them out. Keep them out. Keep them out. All right. EMS is going to come look at them anyways. Yep.
Molina thought she could get away with a free car when she took a Honda Civic for a test drive without paying. But things went downhill real quick when she crashed into multiple vehicles and slammed headfirst into a concrete barrier. The Civic was totaled, but Molina wasn't about to give up. With the driver's side door jammed shut, Molina squeezed through the passenger window and made a jump for it, diving into the water below. Luckily, the water was deep enough to break her fall, but she wasn't done making this difficult. Officers threw safety ropes to pull her out, but Molina wasn't having it. She struggled to stay afloat and resisted their help. After a brief battle, they finally dragged her back to land and slapped on the cuffs. Molina now faces charges for battery on a police officer and grand theft auto. She'll be spending some time in Miami-Dade County Jail, and it's safe to say she won't be doing any more joyrides anytime soon.
We're still southbound, it's approaching 2,000. The exit to 253 Miami, 75. Nice short fire. Down.
Out of the light, one car had him here. Frank, bring the crash out. Hands! Go on the ground! On the ground! How many others are in the car? Ma'am, are you okay?
After you tried to kill her, you bet.
No, sir.
Stand up.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
Please, sir. One second, please. Yes, sir.
How drunk are you?
Hold on, sir. Oh, I'll see you before. Hey. Okay. I'm supposed to do it. Go off and I can after that.
You just go back up for him. Listen, here, come. You got somewhere? He's got a chair for you, man.
I sit right here. Yeah.
I'm not worried about you, dude.
Yeah,
I'm worried about you.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
There's always that one person who thinks they're above the law, zooming down the shoulder, cutting through traffic, and acting like they're a VIP in a rush. Well, on May 11th, 2020, Simon found out that even the VIPs can get caught. He and his buddy Dean weren't just rushing, they were running. Why? They had 5 kilograms of hard drugs worth £500,000 in their car. Simon tried to play it cool, claiming he bought his BMW with money made from breeding dogs and chopping trees. Yeah, sure. But no one was buying it. The cops caught up to him, and Dean made a run for it, hailing a cab like nothing was wrong. Too bad he made the mistake of ditching his backpack full of evidence. Simon got 7 years, and Dean got 6, all for trying to cut the line.
Passenger, IC1 green top.
Layman Rashid's wild ride started when a routine stop turned into a high-speed race at 4 a.m. When an officer pulled him over, Layman wasn't interested in chatting. He stomped on the gas, and his Hellcat roared to life, leaving the officer trailing behind. Layman thought his car could outrun any cop, and he hit speeds over 150 miles per hour, sticking to highways where he didn't have to worry about red lights. But it didn't take long for reality to set in when officers deployed spike strips. Layman tried to dodge them, but the inevitable happened. His tires were deflated, and his run was over. After pulling over, Layman faced charges of DUI, fleeing a traffic stop, and reckless driving. Despite all the chaos, the cops were concerned for his safety. And now Layman has a lot of time to think about that risky joyride. What started as a routine stop for illegal window tints on August 23, 2022, quickly escalated into a chase. The driver of a silver Corvette wasn't interested in getting pulled over. As soon as the officer approached, the driver hit the gas, and a cat-and-mouse game began. The Corvette disappeared quickly, but it didn't take long before the cops caught a glimpse again, only for it to vanish right before their eyes. The chase was called off due to heavy rain, but the real twist came later. The Corvette's special license plate, typically reserved for law enforcement, was a red flag. A quick search revealed the plate could be applied for by anyone, but it was still sketchy. It all started on March 10th, 2021, when Akeem was caught speeding in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. When a deputy tried to pull him over, Akeem wasn't having it. He floored the gas and led officers on a high-speed chase, swerving through traffic, blowing red lights, and making everyone's life more dangerous. A spike strip tried to stop him, but Akeem dodged it at the last second. The chase continued through residential streets, and things got even crazier. Finally, officers deployed a GPS tracker via a gadget straight out of a spy movie. With the car tagged, Akeem's chances of escaping were slim. After ditching his car, he tried to run into an apartment complex, but officers caught up to him. With a laundry list of charges, including fleeing and aggravated assault, Akeem learned the hard way that no one can outrun the law forever. Tyler Faye Consolo thought he was having a normal day until someone allegedly tried to rob him at a gas station. His solution: hit the gas and speed out of there like a madman, hitting speeds more than 3 times the legal limit. The Florida police had been tailing him ever since, and Tyler wasn't stopping anytime soon. He plowed through a residential area, mowed down a mailbox, and caused a path of destruction. When he finally bailed on foot, a K9 unit chased him down, and the dog sunk its teeth into his leg. When the officers finally caught up, Tyler stuck to his story about the robbery. But the evidence didn't add up, and Tyler admitted to using drugs that night. Now facing DUI, fleeing, and resisting arrest charges, Tyler's wild ride ended with him in handcuffs. For 4 years, Cabrisha Lawana Caldwell had been living under the radar, but on a routine stop, a Florida Highway Patrol officer finally caught her. As soon as the officer approached, Cabria started shaking. She panicked and made a run for it, blasting down the highway and heading straight into a shopping plaza, narrowly avoiding collisions with other cars. But the escape didn't last long. She veered toward a Home Depot, hoping to blend in among the aisles. But the police stormed in, and her wild run came to an end right in the middle of the store. It turned out Cabria had outstanding warrants across 5 counties, and now her plans for freedom were shattered. A stolen Hyundai Elantra was cruising down a Florida road when Deputy Samantha Horn spotted it. Once they confirmed it was the car they had been looking for, the chase was on. The driver didn't even try to avoid the spike strips. He drove straight over them, shredding one of his tires. The chase ended when officers boxed him in, and the driver, Harley, was arrested. With a list of charges, including grand theft auto and drug paraphernalia possession, Harley's attempt to outrun the law failed miserably. These high-speed pursuits were a mix of danger, split-second decisions, and unexpected twists. But if you think these were crazy, just wait until you see what's next. The video on screen is loaded with even more heart-pounding chases that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. Hit play now, and dive into the madness of more wild, high-speed action you won't want to miss.